special election focus. Join us every day at 6:30 in the evening for the road to Lok Sabha 2024. Well, today it's Focus Amethi. Rahul Gandhi and Smriti Irani both are in Amethi. But that's not the only political face-off. There's one brewing within India bloc in Uttar Pradesh as well, and is likely to possibly impact Rahul Gandhi's Yatra as well. And that may just be one part of it. The Yatra currently, as I said, is in Amethi. Now, Akhilesh Yadav, the SP party leader, has said, and in the latest blow to the Congress, the Samajwadi Party has put forth a challenging condition if the party wants their support in Uttar Pradesh.
अभी बातचीत चल रही है, कई दौर में बातचीत हो चुकी है, कई सूचियां उधर से आई, सूची इधर से भी गई। जिस समय सीटों का बंटवारा हो जाएगा, समाजवादी पार्टी उनके न्याय यात्रा में शामिल हो जाएगी।
This seems almost like a repeat edition, and we'll get to that in a bit. But according to sources, Samajwadi Party has said it is only willing to let Congress contest on 17 of the 80 Lok Sabha seats in Uttar Pradesh. In 2019 Lok Sabha polls, for that matter, the Congress had won only one seat, Raebareli, as Rahul Gandhi lost to Smriti Irani in Amethi. But let's just listen to this reaction.
राहुल गांधी के जो सहयोगी रहे हैं वो भी आज एक तरीके से नदारद हैं। अखिलेश यादव सबसे मजबूत उनके।
मैं ये कहती हूँ कि अगर वो कहते हैं कि मेरा घर है, तो घर आने में किसी को क्या सहारे की जरूरत होती है? सो कॉल्ड अपने घर में अकेले आने की हिम्मत नहीं थी। और अगर इतना ही उनका और कांग्रेस के कुछ नेताओं का विश्वास है कि आज भी डंका बजता है गांधी खानदान का यहाँ पे, तो ये बतला दीजिए कि रायबरेली की सीट छोड़ क्यों दी? ये बतला दीजिए अगर गांधी खानदान और विशेषतः राहुल गांधी की काबिलियत पर इतना उनको गर्व है और इतना कॉन्फिडेंस है, तो मेरा सुझाव है आप वायनाड छोड़िए। अमेठी आपकी सो कॉल्ड पैतृक सीट आपने मानी है, आप अमेठी से लड़िए 2024 का चुनाव बिना सपा और बसपा के सहयोग के। आफ्टर ऑल आप कहते हैं राहुल गांधी बहुत बड़े नेता हैं, तो नेता को तो सहारे की जरूरत नहीं होगी उनके।
So, not only had Smriti Irani actually defeated Rahul Gandhi at Amethi, Smriti Irani managed to defeat Congress chief Rahul Gandhi by almost 55,120 votes. Rahul Gandhi had in fact conceded defeat even before the results was officially declared. Rahul Gandhi, though, remained an MP, but from Wayanad in Kerala in 2019. He contested from two seats, Wayanad as well as Amethi. Okay, I'm being joined at this point by R.S. Patania, who's the BJP leader. We'll also be joined by Faizan Kidwai, SP spokesperson, as well as Sulaiman M Khan, the spokesperson for Congress. Well, first to you, R.S. Patania. How do you look at this? Are you relaxing, sitting back and relaxing? Quite literally,
that's not the
case.
That's not the case. The puerility and naivete of Rahul Gandhi is at its best. The way he has tried to engage with the people of Uttar Pradesh, that is another living instance of his childish, infantile behaviors. They have been selling a slogan, rather they have been selling a big idea to the people of India, I.N.D.I.A Gathbandhan. But the biggest bullet which this alliance needs to bite, that is the seat distribution. They have not been able to bite this bullet. This alliance is falling apart, ripping apart on one count or the second count. You take case of Nitish Kumar, you take case of Mamta Banerjee, you take case of National Conference in Jammu and Kashmir. Also, Dr. Farooq Abdullah has also played very loud and very clear that there are no hints of any electoral adjustment with Congress. So it is a big fox pass for Congress. Akhilesh has been out in the open. Earlier he had said that I will participate in the Bharat Jodo Yatra. Now there's a big turnaround. He says, no, I will not participate in the Bharat Jodo Yatra unless and until Congress comes to the compromising table and Congress settles the seat distribution between Samajwadi Party and Congress. And the political bite of Smriti Irani ji, there's a big challenge to Rahul ji.
Right.
If you have the mettle, if you have the courage, if you have the conviction to call a spade, come to the Amethi, fight therefrom and prove your mettle.
All right.
Please don't play hide and seek.
All right. Okay,
Please,
let me
ma'am.
just get in the reaction of Sulaiman M Khan also at this point. Sulaiman M Khan, thank you for joining us. But there seems to be so much of trouble really for the Congress. And it's not coming directly from the BJP at this point. It seems, I don't know what to say. Do you see, firstly, let me just ask you this. How is this an issue? Is this a problem?
What is the problem? I'm sorry, I'm not able to hear you.
That's exactly what I'm asking. How do you really look at this, sir? I think you joined us a little late. So what we are really looking at and we are discussing at this point
India
are
Alliance,
two
Akhilesh
aspects.
Yadav's statement,
One,
you're saying.
about... That's right. So what we are asking is the fact that Akhilesh Yadav has said that he will join the Yatra, one, only if the Congress, if the seat sharing is finalized, two, the number of seats that it has offered. Is this a trouble? Is this a worry?
No. As a Congress spokesperson, I believe that there is no trouble. Akhilesh Yadavji's statement that he can only join the Yatra once the seat sharing is finalized, we respect that. He can say so, and he can have his own decision. But as far as, I am the Congress party and the opinion of the Congress party is, and we believe that the India Alliance, in which Akhilesh Yadavji is one of the very important members because his party is there in UP, we believe that he's into this alliance and we'll have a very positive outcome of the seat sharing. Whenever there is a alliance, pre-poll alliance, and political parties, try to sit on the board and have a seat sharing formula. Generally, it takes time. It has few rounds. There are few pockets which are good for one party. There are others which are not very good for that particular party. So that has been going on. In principle, as far as we know, Samajwadi Party has agreed that they are going to, per my information, that they are going to, which Akhilesh Yadavji also said on the television, they are ready with consensus on 11 seats to the Congress party, and that will increase naturally, but it's not finalized. So he can have he can have his opinion and his own way that he can. If you don't want to join the Yatra, that's not a problem. Congress party has its base, its vote bank, its supporters on the ground all over the UP. We have lost the 22 Vidhan
Mr.
Sabha
Sulaiman,
election.
let me just interrupt you at this. And Mr. Patania, please bear with me. I will come back to you, but you had a little longer time. Mr. Sulaiman, I just have to ask you a second counter. To what your allies are repeatedly saying, you said when there are multiple levels of talks, but for something as significant as this, that is going to a big crucial elections for 2024, wouldn't you at least want a sense of clarity before a mega yatra led by your mega leader enters a state that is apparently an entire ally? You've seen things absolutely fall apart when they have actually entered states in the past as well, whether we saw what happened in West Bengal, whether we saw what happened in other states as well, and it's all before us. So in a span of just 1 month, wouldn't this wanted to be sorted out?
Sneha, I think Congress party is conscious of all these things which you are saying. And I think this is the most important election, not only for the Congress party, but for the whole country. Because we believe this corrupt, authoritarian, pro-capitalist of, being run by few capitalist, industrialist cronies of the Prime Minister government, I think this needs to be ousted. And therefore, as a responsible opposition party, Congress party wants that all the alliances, the seat sharing should end up as soon as possible. But it is also the responsibility of our alliance partner to finalize these things. We don't want anyone to go out. We don't want,
I will get, let me get your alliance partner on this.
Otherwise also, listen, the issue
let me
right
get your
now
alliance
before the
partner on
country
this.
is, listen,
allow me to get introductory remarks for Faizan, sir. I allowed you a second parallel as well.
That is important. Let me finish.
Okay.
That is important. Congress party is fighting this tooth and nail. Rahul Gandhi for 10 years has been fighting this authoritarian, corrupt, and a government of misgovernance. So it is our duty to fight this as a savior of the constitution. So we believe that we are fighting
You made that
We are
sentence.
going
Let me
to
get
fight
in
it
Faizan at this point.
with someone or without someone.
So this is a state. Mr. Faizan, would you want to respond to this? What is the strategy here? A major Congress rally that is entering your state. All of you are allies. You've had several rounds of talks. Isn't this a, what the Generation Z would say, facepalm moment? Not really a political statement, but, a facepalm moment. Isn't this just yet another one?
No. No, not at all, not at all. As the Congress gentleman also very likely pointed out, that this is an alliance and we all are together in this. Akhilesh ji, Samajwadi Party, it's our agenda.
But why are you not in the Yatra together, sir?
Sorry?
Why are you not in the Yatra together? You should have joined him in Amethi.
No, madam. First of all, see, we are doing our own work. We have our own strategy in place. We are meeting with our local cadre. We are meeting with our booth level leaders. We are doing our PDA events at different places in different constituencies, different cities, on tehsil level, on booth level. We are also busy with that. And as Akhilesh has very rightly pointed out, that first let's complete the seat sharing. Then we'll do all the yatras, all the events together also. But as of now, see, suppose we do a cycle yatras, we often do a cycle yatras. It would be very wrong on our part to expect Congress party to leave whatever it's doing and come over and join us until unless there's a decision that has been made on the basis of seat sharing. Let there be a clarity on seat sharing.
Mr. Faizan, very valid point. Certainly, very valid point.
Said time and again,
you?
the India Gathbandhan is intact. We are going to contest this election against the wrong policies of Bharatiya Janata Party, against the wrong policies of Mr. Narendra Modi. You have seen what has happened today. UP police recruitment exams. Around 60,000 students were supposed to participate in that. The paper has got leaked. And what exactly is happening in Uttar Pradesh? The youth is disgruntled.
Okay.
There is unemployment on the highest level.
My one question. Allow me one question, Mr. Faizan. I allowed you to speak so much. I'm coming to you for a second consecutive question while Mr. Patania is waiting there. But, let me just ask you this question, sir. Rahul Gandhi's Yatra enters Amethi. Smriti Irani, a union minister, is also there. And what is the statement that comes? We will not join the Yatra in Amethi. That's not the point. The statement that comes is, we will not join the Yatra till the seat sharing is decided. Why do it when Rahul Gandhi's Yatra is entering? If you all are together, if it is such a big deal, why make statements like this that is great fuel and fodder for your opposition, for the ruling dispensation that has been in the ruling for past 10 years. I mean, are these not repeat mistakes 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, 5.0, whatever 0.0? Please respond, sir.
No, not at all. Madam, as I pointed out to you, as I answered your first question, we are clear that let's do the seat sharing. Let's get going with the seat sharing. That's the most important thing. First, complete the seat sharing. Then let's have whatever events you want. Of course, then we'll go to the people as a unit. We'll go and reach out to the people of Uttar Pradesh that this is a collective agenda. See, the basic structure of agenda is clear. Okay. That we want to get rid of this dictatorial organization of Narendra Modi. This organization of Narendra Modi, which is pro-industrialist, which makes sure that the poor people of India, the unemployed youth, the farmers, we want to make sure that the poor, the farmers, they get what they deserve, what rightly belongs to them. They also have a right to get the things they are asking for.
Your point taken. And, this is a point that's being repeatedly made by all of you also, sir, and thank you for responding for your time. But, my question really is these statements, which clearly, if your priority can be made together, and what bigger a statement it would have been if Rahul Gandhi and Mr. Akhilesh could have been together. But anyways, I'll come back to you. I know Mr. Sulaiman is also raising his hand. Mr. Patania, thank you for being very patient. You've heard both the gentlemen speak. Smriti Irani is in Amethi as well. She has challenged Rahul Gandhi to not contest from a second seat and from Amethi itself. But are you sure that top leaders from BJP may not be contesting in 2 seats?
Sneha, Bharatiya Janata Party is a party which believes in inner party democracy. It is the BJP's parliamentary board which will take a final call. But the fact, as you stated at the opening of this discussion and this show, that it's a fact. And Smriti Irani ji had also tweeted कि कौन कहता है आसमान में भी छेद नहीं होता. She had ditched Rahul Gandhi on his home turf with a big margin of 55,000 votes. So, though this is a secondary issue, the principal question remains. The opposition needs to engage. They need to have the gumption. They need to have the courage and conviction to decode the moral, ethical, and political impulse of the country. They need to come out with a pan-India program. But till now, but for holding meetings, but for casting only wild allegations against the Sarkar, but for their hatred against Modi ji and Bharatiya Janata Party, they have not been able to offer to this country, to offer an alternative program to this country. This Yatra is more or less a kiss of the death. This is a tamasha. This is not Bharat Jodo Yatra. This is Parivar Bachao Yatra. The issueless, agendaless, directionless Congress
that's something
is helplessly clinging tenaciously to one parivar. They cannot come out of just protecting one parivar, just losing relevance, just without any program or action plan on how will they bring India on a bigger economic trajectory. What will be their international policy? How will they deal with the immediate neighbors? How will we deal with the immediate challenges and threats? But one thing
Sir,
they have been parroting.
you didn't answer one question of me. Are you sure? Are you sure? So you didn't answer this question. Are you sure that top BJP leaders, the top leaders, are not going to contest from 2 seats?
Sneha, neither I am in a position nor I am authorized to speak on this behalf. I said it at the opening of my comments that Bharatiya Janata Party Parliamentary Board finally decides who has to do what and where. So, keeping in view the situation as on ground, keeping in view the aspirations of the party cadres, as I said, it's a party which believes in inter-party democracy. So, the parliamentary board will take an appropriate decision at an appropriate time.
Okay.
But the 400 par and 370
No, but my whole point is if Ms. Smriti Irani is asking Rahul Gandhi not to contest from 2 seats, then ideally that should not also happen with top leaders with the BJP. But anyhow, I get your point, what you are saying. Mr. Sulaiman, what you were raising your hands at that point. What was the point that you were trying to make? I also have to ask you, for the viewer's perspective, would you want to just establish the context of what's happening between allies, between 2 strong allies in the Uttar Pradesh, with respect to what the poll results in Uttar Pradesh was? I mean, it was not a very pleasant sight for the Congress in Uttar Pradesh in 2019.
I'll just reply, my reply is twofold. First, Rahul Gandhi ji contesting Amethi or whichever seat he wants to, why not? It's also, there is a central election committee in the Congress party which will decide that if Rahul Gandhi ji is going to contest from Amethi or Wayanad or both the seats, it's for the CEC to decide. And Rahul Gandhi ji to agree that he is going to contest. It will be the decision of the CEC. So Smriti Irani ji saying this, I think it's completely irrelevant. Now, important things, Sneha, larger picture. Listen to me carefully. The issue is now.
Just before you come to that, Mr. Sulaiman, if last time Rahul Gandhi had not contested from Wayanad, and by the way, I was on the ground covering his election rallies in Wayanad, he would not have been an MP in the parliament. That's a huge thing, and that's the marking on which Smriti Irani is really saying what she is saying. But please continue, sir.
He would have lost. He would not have entered the parliament. People win, people lose. It's not the end of the road. Rahul Gandhi is a leader who has stood for 10 years. He has the nerves of steel. With so much of media with the government, with so much of money power being involved, with a dictatorial attitude this government has been, working. With all that, Rahul Gandhi has been standing. He has become one of the most tough leaders in the history of India in 10 years. No, I was talking actually about a larger picture. Right now, after 10 years of the Modi government, the debate should have been what Mr. Modi or their ministers or Smriti Irani have done in 10 years for the country. What is the problem of the unemployment, farmers, women's safety, corruption, which is, writ large in the country with Modi ji's blessings and this government's blessings. Few industrialists very close to the government doing all corrupt practices. This electoral bond scam, which the Supreme Court has now quashed the scheme. These should be the topics of the debate, not what Akhilesh Yadav ji has said, what India Alliance is doing. The role of media and everyone else is to question the government, madam, not to question the opposition. The BJP spokesperson was saying what Congress party has done for the economic policy. Last point.
No. Don't go to BJP. Don't go to BJP. You've questioned the media. Sir, now you have to allow me 30 seconds. I will not take more than that. Let me make a very clear statement. No. You've spoken about media. Let me respond to this. No, sir. Before you go to BJP, you have to allow me to respond.
Madam, then you can respond.
No, sir. I will come back to you. I will come back to you, but you have made a statement about media and you have to allow me my right to respond.
I am saying,
Let me allow. You made the point about media, their role. Let me just make this very clear. You should please watch Mirror Now, because each of these topics that you have specified have been not only debated during evenings, but during prime time shows, whether it be farmers, whether it be their agitations, whether it be the electoral bonds, whether what's happening in West Bengal. All of these things have been in detail covered, debated during each and every prime time discussion,
you have done your role. Madam, salutes to you. Thank you very much. But Mirror Now is not 100%
So please don't come here
media.
and now please let's continue with the topic, sir.
I agree with you then.
No. I'm not here. Like you are not for all political parties. You speak for Congress. I'm speaking for Mirror Now. Please continue with your other points, sir.
So one more important point which I want to add, because all this is that this BJP spokesperson was saying that what Congress has done in past 10 years about the relationship with the neighbors, economic policies. Well, we are not in the government. Modi ji is in the government. This is the first time in the history of the country that opposition party, Congress party, is being asked about the misgovernance of the country, which has been done by the BJP and Mr. Modi. And they are asking what Congress has done. Congress has been questioning you. You are
Sir, this is becoming a little bizarre right now. You know the biggest thing right now, politically, what was the biggest development?
What is your take on women's safety? Nothing, a big zero. You can't speak against China. We have bad relations with
I will
all
not
our
counter
neighbors
this
right
because I frankly have counters to this. As a journalist with Mirror Now, we have a very clear stand on all of these things. However, let me just get in right now because I have absolute paucity of time here. Faizan Kidwai, here's the big question. You have Sulaiman M Khan attacking the media. Wrong space to do that, not on Mirror Now, because he will not get even a foothold on that. Now coming back to what really the issue was. When we talk about what's happening in Uttar Pradesh, Congress is saying you should be questioning the government. Of course, we do the job of questioning the government here, and there is no doubt. But my problem really is, isn't this a huge embarrassment for the India bloc, considering whatever has happened in just a span of 1 month for the India bloc, sir? I mean, how can you say everything is okay when the visuals, when the optics of it just doesn't come together?
First of all, as far as my friend in the Congress party has said, I mean, I kind of second that, and majority of the people will. Of course, Mirror Now is an exception, but just look at your sister concern Times now. There's constantly Hindu-Muslim debates, and majority of the media is doing the same thing. So, but of course, moving to the
even
debate,
political parties do that, sir.
Of course,
it's political parties, and let me not get onto the sister concerns of Congress as well, sir. That is not fair. Here we are doing our job because we really believe in the kind of journalism that we do, and we really stick to it. I'm sorry, you can't hit us where it hurts just because of others. We are very, very particular about what we do.
You guys are.
No,
That's
please go ahead, sir. Please go ahead.
And, yes,
you are making a point about BJP, the Congress, and your allies. Please stick to that, sir.
Correct. Okay. So you're talking about some major embarrassment. Of course not, madam. Like if there is any reason for somebody to be embarrassed, that's Mr. Narendra Modi. Just see the kind of protest that's happening all around the country by the farmers. It's the Bharatiya Janata Party, because of whom earlier when these protests happened, around 800 farmers died. Mr. Modi made a promise that he'll implement Swaminathan Commission's report of C2 plus 50%. If now later on it was the same Bharatiya Janata Party and Narendra Modi who seeked votes from the farmers on the same promise.
I'm really sorry, gentlemen. I really have to thank each one of you, Mr. R.S. Patania, Faizan Kidwai, as well as Sulaiman Mohammed. I'm really sorry, Faizan Kidwai, I had to cut you off in between. Thank you very much, all three of you, for joining us. We are totally out of time, but this is something that we hope to really follow up in days to come.